Trump slamming Ukraine's President Zelensky. Vice President J.D. Vance also warned Zelensky to stop bad-mouthing Trump and the U.S. after Zelensky accused President Trump of living in, quote, Russian disinformation space. Vance says trashing Trump to the media is, quote, an atrocious way to deal with this administration. Joining me now is former Trump Deputy National Security Advisor and CPAC board member, KT McFarland. KT, great to see you. Thanks so much for being here. And I know you're coming to us this morning from CPAC. Tell us your thoughts on what's going on with this new fight between Trump and Zelensky.
Come on. I mean, Zelensky wouldn't go to the negotiating table. Biden wouldn't go to the negotiating table. Why? Their reasoning was, well, we can't trust Putin. We can't trust any deal he'll agree to. So therefore, we're not even going to meet with him. So what's your plan? Oh, well, we're going to win. How are you going to win? Well, then President Biden says, we'll give you as much as you want, as long as it takes. They were going around in a circle. And President Trump, common sense, said, look, you're not winning this war. Let's end this war. Let's sit down. You don't do a deal unless you're talking to the other side. And that's what's really exciting. I mean, the people at CPAC are all talking about it. Do you think Donald Trump really is going to bring peace? Yeah, I do.
So where does this go? Because Trump also said that Ukraine broke a deal over the rare earth minerals after Zelensky ignored Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent when he traveled to Kyiv. We've been talking about what President Trump wants. He wants 50% of the revenues from the rare earth minerals extracted. Here's what he said about Kyiv. Watch.
And then Scott Bessent actually went there and was treated rather rudely because essentially they told him no, and Zelensky was sleeping and unavailable to meet him. He traveled many hours on the train, which is a dangerous trip. And we're talking about the Secretary of the Treasury. He went there to get a document signed. And when he got there, he came back empty. They wouldn't sign the document.
KT, your reaction?
You know, the United States has kept Zelensky and Ukraine alive. And you would think they would be happy to do an agreement with us for the development of their rare earth minerals, not only as gratitude, but thinking of the future. If the United States does develop Ukraine's rare earth minerals, a lot of that is in the eastern part of Ukraine. So it's a guarantee that the Russians aren't going to attack Ukraine again. The Russians aren't going to go across the border and kill Americans who are developing at mines and are developing rare earth minerals. So for two reasons, Zelensky should be thrilled about a deal that President Trump is offering him.
Well, I mean, look, is this a commitment for more aid, or is this payback for the aid that Biden sent him? I mean, 50% of all revenues from the extraction of these rare earth minerals, that's a lot of money.
Right. Yeah, I mean, look, I think at this point they're negotiating the terms of the deal. Is it 50%? Is it 30%? You know, President Trump will always go in and ask for the higher number, right. And then maybe the part of the negotiation is finding the right number. And I hope that's what they're doing, because if President Zelensky is going to walk away from this and somehow say, I'm against any deal with Russia, I'm against any deal with America, really? Well, how does he plan to keep his country safe for the next 20, 30, 40 years?
Right. Meanwhile, let's talk